talking about SafeMoon Exchange, CRYPTONOMIcs, right? We've been having some conversations about what is CRYPTONOMIcs, how's it going to work, what are some cool features about the SafeMoon Exchange that are really going to help make it stand out and encourage everyone to want to hold their crypto there. And one of them is the fact that it's going to actually somehow or another, somehow, not or another, there's somehow, we know the how, don't worry. It's going to pay you to hold your crypto. So we know how SafeMoon reflects onto itself, call it tokenomics. Every time there's a transaction on the blockchain with SafeMoon, someone buys, sells, or transfers SafeMoon from one account to another, everyone who holds SafeMoon gets a portion of it. And the way this is done is by taking a cut of that transaction and distributing it amongst the holders. We all know this. We know this. I send you 100 SafeMoon, you get 90. The other 10 are divided by however many holders are left. Everybody gets whatever. Proportional to how much they have of the total SafeMoon in the world. How could this be done with other cryptos? What happens when you use an exchange to buy or sell crypto? Because there's not really a lot, or I guess exchange, literally exchange it from one type to another. Say you also have some Doge over on the SafeMoon Exchange there, and the proposition has been made that as a Doge holder, you will be able to collect tokenomics on every transaction of Dogecoin. Buy, sell, transfer, or exchange. So what happens now is on the SafeMoon Exchange, exchanges will charge a fee, a transaction fee, for their services. This is the standard way that exchanges do work. When you buy on an exchange, it's like $1 or $2 fee. So normally, the exchange itself will keep that fee because they say, hey, I'm an exchange. I'm providing you a service. You should pay for that service. What the SafeMoon Exchange is proposing is that, as with everything SafeMoon, is that they redistribute that fee, that wealth, or at least probably a portion. I'm assuming they'll need to keep some for operational expenses, but they redistribute a portion of that fee back to the users. So if you're a Doge holder and someone wants to buy, transfer, or sell some Doge, they will say, okay, that's whatever, $2 fee. And then they will redistribute that fee to the rest of the Doge, to other Doge holders on the exchange. And they will call that CRYPTONOMIcs. Pretty neat. Instead of instead of keeping it for themselves like most exchanges do. Hey, Wenderson Da Silva, my friend, welcome. Good to see you again. And also, let's see, we have Nero and Bernardo. Good to see everyone in Mexico, Portugal. Yeah, that is the basis for how tokenomics becomes CRYPTONOMIcs. So in tokenomics, it's SafeMoon basically just takes 10%. The smart contract itself is coded to remove 10% of the SafeMoon from the transaction and redistribute it to the holders. Now, on an exchange, it doesn't have to actually care about what the contract says because the exchange is the all-knowing, all-controlling middleman. When you are operating on an exchange, like logged into an exchange, then that's what matters at that point. Really cool. And then as we see from Shaun here, this tweet, you've heard about reflections in the same token. And now that is already revolutionary, right? SafeMoon reflecting. I mean, this is crazy. In 4 months, let's pause for a moment and talk about what SafeMoon has done in 4 months. It went from you buy crypto and hold it. And everyone was loving that idea. 4 months ago, 5 months ago, whatever. People just loved crypto. And then SafeMoon, and I know some others, but whatever. SafeMoon's what matters. Was like, how about this? Reflections. And everyone was like, holy cow, reflections are the coolest thing ever. Right? And that basically revolutionized crypto right there. The concept of buying and holding, and then everything that happened around you would just put more of the same token into your wallet, and your base would grow. Of course, the value of that would fluctuate based on the value of the token, but the actual quantity of the token that you held would accumulate. Awesome. Really awesome concept. And then they were like, all right, well, now we're going to make an exchange, and then we're going to have it so you could have other tokens that don't even have reflections have reflections. Awesome, right? Okay. And now Shaun's like, okay, whatever. That's cool, but that's old news now too. How about you take a token and give yourselves reflections in another token? Sure. Sure, what's next? What's next? Because I'm sure this is going to be old news in a week too. But let's talk about it while it's still something relevant and interesting, right? So you've heard about reflections in the same token, but what if you can get reflections in another token? Well, that's awesome. And there are some out there that do this right now currently. I'm pretty sure. Let me see if there's one that I can check on. Moonshield. That's what it was. I knew there was one along these lines. So here's one that's doing something similar currently. It's called Moonshield, where you can earn BNB by holding Moonshield. So similar kind of concept, although this kind of works differently because it is paying you in its transactional currency, whereas you have to spend BNB to get Moonshield. But, it's showing that this concept is out there and being used currently. Here's its main thing. 4% of every buy-seller transfer is allocated to a BNB wallet, and then people who hold Moonshield every, I think, hour or day or something like that, you can cash out your Moonshield every week. So there you go. And I'm sure this will not be how SafeMoon does it, but this is what makes it interesting. Each contract can basically do whatever they want. But this isn't a Moonshield promo. This is just that I wanted to show you guys that this is an interesting concept that's working functionally currently. So don't tell Shaun that it can't be done, because it can be done because it's currently happening. So what he's saying here is, you've heard about reflections in the same token, but what if you can get reflections in another token? What do you think about this idea? So I think it is awesome. Now, what we have heard potentially on the SafeMoon side is maybe allowing you to choose what token you received your reflections back in. That's something that could be done on an exchange. Like, hey, I'm storing this token here. Like, I'm storing my SafeMoon here. I'd like to receive my reflections in Doge, or I'd like to receive my reflections in BNB. What do you guys think about that? What kind of, would you, or, I'd say just give me my SafeMoon. I want my, or how about this? I'm storing my Doge, SafeMoon, and BNB here. I want all of my reflections to be SafeMoon. Something like that maybe. Lots of potential there if they are going to be paying reflections on everything that you store there. And again, remember that, like we talked about initially, all of these reflections will be based on transactions. So if you have some sort of a strange token that nobody's running any volume on the SafeMoon Exchange, then unfortunately that probably won't actually get any reflections. Still need the volume to get the reflections, since they will be charging, it will be based on a fee that they charge. But this is really cool. So basically what this would be, they would charge the fee, and they'd say, you're holding your Doge here, and here comes your reflection. Oh, what's this? You've selected that you want SafeMoon instead? And then all they would do is, since they now own the exchange, they would exchange the Doge to SafeMoon and then send you the SafeMoon as your reflection. Super duper cool. Super awesome. So much potential here. And since nobody on an exchange level is doing this right now, as far as I'm aware, this would be a complete game changer and trendsetter, as SafeMoon loves to do. Really going to be some crazy stuff coming down. It's really going to be interesting. I don't think the vision has been truly realized yet, what can come of this. It's going to be awesome. And then when we get staking and farming involved, I don't think I can even, can't wait. Got to start buying up all the SafeMoon I can now.